got here in 2005, the rebel movement, the longest one in African history, was still in progress. People were killed the very night we arrived in Gulu, and we were watching thousands of young children flee into Gulu City to keep from being abducted by the rebels. And God said He was going to bring His peace, and that happened in 2006. And the rebels have not been back in Uganda since that time. I think the thing that stirred God to call us was 5 Ugandan men, new Christians, several years before we ever got the call, began to pray under a tree that was just about 50 feet from where we live now. And they began to pray, Lord, bring somebody to restore our land. This is not something man's doing. This is something God's up to and something He's doing. As His people, we get to be a part.
One of the things that was not on our radar was taking care of orphaned children. But then God showed us that that was a part of what He had. The first children that we were able to take were 3 boys, Daniel, Dennis, and John Innocent. Only one of them, Daniel, had been to school for only a part of a term his whole life. And now they're both just amazing students, writing research reports, writing personal narratives, just doing great in their schoolwork. So that's an amazing story to watch them now have purpose, know Jesus, and begin to know that God has a plan for their lives.
There are over 3,000 orphans in northern Uganda, but there are only 110 in Restoration Gateway. These children are loved. They have good accommodation. They eat 3 meals a day. They have good clothing. They have love, and more especially, they have the word of Christ being talked to them every day, every morning. They pray. They know Christ. They know Jesus.
Everything that is happening at Restoration Gateway has an educational component to it. And certainly the schools that have been built are an integral part of that for our children, but we have vocational training. We're in the process of building a mechanic machine workshop that will be a vocational school as well. There'll be a nursing school attached to the hospital, and we'll train interns and residents in that hospital.
We believe we are raising the next generation of Ugandan leaders, knowing that it's not about just succeeding in life, but at the end of the day giving glory back to God. As a son from this soil, I cannot take that lightly, and I believe all our people are so excited that they are able to go to school, they are able to receive medical help, they are able to have a job to own to, and they're just able to support their families and live a much more dignified life. And I believe that is the total restoration that God intends for every man to have.
I think one of the greatest things is to see these children come so hopeless and just so sad, having gone through so much trauma. But then to watch them change into happy, joyful children who know that God has a purpose for them, that He singled them out, that He loves them wholeheartedly, and just to watch and see how these children have hope and will become the future leaders of Uganda. It's just an amazing thing.
People often ask me about what are we dreaming for in the future. Well, it's not our dream, it's God's vision. It has just been an astounding journey of faith to watch Him work and do and accomplish things that no human can accomplish.